trimmers, went in there and we cut the top 1 to 2 nodes out and 2 additional nodes out, and then to try the kilo program. The problem is everything we did on all of our experiments here, the only thing it did was hurt our yield. So we went kind of back to the drawing board again, and I'll show you where we got this hedge trimmer idea here in a second. But we kind of went back to the drawing board and we're playing with some populations and some planting dates and different things like that, because we do have a vast window that we can plant in. This is more what you want to see is a sea of beans. This is that blasted white mold. The best news I've got for you today is DuPont in 2011 is going to release a new fungicide, and this is going to be dear to everybody here in Michigan because I know you guys got a lot of white mold pressure. DuPont's going to release in 2011 a brand new fungicide that's excellent control on white mold. We've had it last year. We're going to have it again this year. It's still an experimental number. The crop is struck, but in 2011 it looks like we may have a white mold problem solved. So we tried a little bit of everything else and really haven't had much success until this has come along. If we can do that, this is what we're really trying to achieve, is these 2-inch internodes with the heavy potting. Always try to pick a variety that has the ability to put a big cluster in the top, because you're pulling about 80% of your yield out of that top 10-inch soybean plant. And each trifolia feeds that set of pods. So the more that plant has the ability to put that big clusters up there, it's got those leaves out there, that foliage taking in those photosynthesis, feeding that set of pods. That's what we really, really like to see. List out of our 154 bushel beans. We had to defoliate these about a week after this picture was taken, and we went in there and combined them. They would have never died because we kept them alive and growing, and our seed size on these is less than 2,000 seeds per pound. This is where we got our hedge trimmer idea. At that second trifoliate, we went in there and cut the top out of it with some scissors. We do a few plants like this every year to see what happens right out in the middle of the competition. And if we could duplicate that about 235,000 times, we could break the world record in corn using soybeans. So I guess we got a ways to go. My soybeans in my contest fields blooms about 1,440 bushels an acre. So I'm still just about 10% of my yield potential. If he's going to take wild, step, and dark, which one do you think of foliar fed? Well, my foliar feed program is a little different than you're thinking. What we do is when we spray a Roundup, we come in there and we apply some iron and manganese to that Roundup. What's happening with the Roundup is tying up your manganese in your soybean plant. That's what causes your yellow flash. So we put that in there to kind of soften that blow. And then at R2, we're coming back with 6 ounces of headline and 3 ounces of some sort of pyrethroid and our iron and manganese and a new EMD product that I think they're going to call AMP. And we're following that same thing up 2 weeks later. And by doing this across our entire farm, we're able to achieve over 100 bushels. We took a 40-acre field, and half with, half without this, there was 39 bushel difference. Big beans, I love big bean seed. Every time I grew 6 to 8 ton green beans, I look back at my seed size, it'd be 700 to 900 seeds per pound. Every time we raise 4 ton, is about 12 or 1,300. So I got thinking, I wonder if there's any coalition here. Well, this also holds true in soybeans. That's a dime. Those soybeans are about 12% moisture. That's just some of our residue coming out back of the combine. It's literally about this deep. We do the same thing with that as we do our corn. Sugar and the nitrogen dissipate these stalks. I borrowed this picture from Ray Rawson. And I don't know why we jumped clear there, but anyways. You know, what I found is if I'll start down one road or one path and just scope building on that versus trying to go down 5 or 6 different paths at a time, you know, I have a lot more success than I do just hopping, jumping around. You can imagine trying to go through that stoplight. It's kind of what you're doing when you're trying to go down 14 different paths. A few of the things I do on my farm is we water more frequently. I watch my neighbors. What they do is they wait till their soybeans are ready to croak, and they dump an inch on them. And then, you know, heaven forbid you're going to get off that program. You wait till they're ready to croak again, then you dump another inch on them. All they're doing is stressing those plants. The county average where I live on soybeans is 35 bushels. We apply headline on every acre, corn and soybeans. Remember, I live in southwest Missouri, a disease-breeding factory. We're hot, humid, and rains a lot. So, you know, something you just might try.